my goodness, I'm so excited to be here, going live for you. I got the kids situated, they're watching a movie, and I wanted to hop on here because I have some stuff on my heart. I want to help kick your Monday off with a bang, get a fresh start, a fresh kind of like perspective on who you are, like what you're actually meant to do. I don't know about you, but I'm that person. I've always been that person. I'm a people pleaser. I love helping other people. I love giving back to other people. I love doing all the things for them. So naturally, I'm the person who like lets myself down if I feel like I failed someone. Does that make sense? So all my life, again, I've been a people pleaser, and I learned that if I felt like I wasn't doing enough, I would apologize. I would apologize for literally everything and anything. Like, you name it, I was apologizing. If I shut the front door, if I wore a wrong outfit, if I cooked supper, like, oh, sorry, constantly. It was sorry this, sorry that, sorry this. If someone was mad, I'm so sorry. If I mean, you get the point. If you're a sorry person, you know what I'm talking about. I'm obviously not great at thinking of things right off the top of my head because I'm a total hot mess. But, what I wanted to kind of speak on is being sorry. Because a lot of the times when we say sorry, we don't say sorry because we need to say sorry. We say sorry because we feel like we have to say sorry. We say sorry because we feel like we are not enough. We feel that something happened and we are at fault. And a lot of the times, that's not the truth at all. A lot of the times, it's a story that we are telling ourselves. And instead of being okay with just like, okay, stuff happens, like there's literally no reason to apologize that the door got shut, but instead I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry that I walked through the door 5 minutes ago, but they're walking through it now. I'm saying sorry for something that I didn't do, something that literally doesn't need an apology. There's no reason to be sorry for them having to open the door. And I know that's just like a random stupid example, but it's a very valid example because I was that person. I would apologize for everything, literally. And you'll start noticing it now, maybe, that you'll catch yourself every sentence, every minute, every hour, you're apologizing for something. You're saying, I'm not enough. I'm so sorry that I'm an inconvenience to you. When you think about why you say sorry, a lot of the times, if you're one of those I'm sorry people, that's what you're actually saying. You're not actually saying like, oh, crap, I messed up, I'm sorry. You're saying, oh my goodness, I'm sorry I inconvenienced you with whatever it is. And why I wanted to speak on this topic is because if you know, like I host accountability groups every single month. I help people with their health and fitness, but most importantly, I help them with their self-love. And this week, we had a fun little challenge where we challenged them to get on their social media, share a picture of themselves, and tell their followers 5 interesting facts about them. That's it. Simple as can be, nothing crazy. And what I noticed and what broke my heart is that almost every single person who posted it had to have a reason. They had to say, in our group, we were challenged to share blah, 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 blah. Instead of just sharing, like, hey, I'm a hot mess mom. I think my things were I was born in Las Vegas. I raised goats, like different things like that. Like, instead of just posting, like, this is who I am, they said, I'm sorry for posting this, but I was challenged, and so that's why I'm going to. Friend, I don't need you to be sorry for being you. I don't need you to be sorry for sharing you. So many times, instead of just embracing who we are, we want to apologize for who we are. We want to apologize because we're the person God created us to be. What in the world is there to be sorry about? Honestly, that's an honest question. What do you need to be sorry about? For me, again, it came back to my self-love. It came back to my self-respect. It came back to my confidence. I didn't think I mattered. I thought I was an inconvenience to others. I thought that something I was doing was wrong. And so I constantly had to apologize for that feeling that I had inside. Nobody needed me to be sorry. Nobody needed me to say sorry. And I'm sure it annoyed a lot of people because I apologized for the dumbest things. But the thing was, I wasn't right here. And maybe you're one of those I'm sorry people. Maybe you are a natural people pleaser. Maybe you catch yourself feeling guilty because something didn't turn out the way you had planned, or someone else got hurt, or someone else failed. And instead of letting it just happen, you decide to take responsibility for something that literally has nothing to do with you. And you want to say, I'm so sorry. What are you sorry for? I need you to stop saying I'm sorry. And instead, I need you to think about why you want to say I'm sorry. Are you saying sorry because it's necessary, because maybe you were being a total douchebag and you know the person deserves an apology? Or are you saying sorry because you're uncomfortable in this situation and you feel like someone else is uncomfortable, so you're sorry? And I can even bring this into my relationships. There are so many times where something would happen, or Kenny would have a bad day, and I was constantly like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, babe, I'm so sorry. For what? What was I actually sorry for? Nothing. There was no need for me to be sorry. I can't be sorry that he had a bad day. It's just stuff that happened to him. I wasn't at work. I wasn't hurting him. I wasn't annoying him. I was annoying him by telling him I'm sorry for stuff that I literally had no control of. Telling him I'm sorry because instead of him being able to deal with his own issues, he had to worry about me too. He had to worry about offending me because here I was trying to stand up for something that I had no part in. It wasn't even my fight. But so many times you want to get on your social media, or you want to interact with your friends or your relationship or your parents, and you want to be sorry. Instead of being who you are meant to be, you want to say, I'm sorry for being too much, being too loud, for sharing, for being happy, for being sad, for loving to read, for loving to be outside, for loving pretty things. I don't know what you're sorry for. But what I need you to know is that you don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be like everyone else. And that's what I needed to know in the moment. I needed to know that stuff just happens. And it wasn't my fault. And I didn't have to take responsibility for the whole world. I had to give myself permission to be me. I had to be okay with embracing who I was. Of course, that took a lot of self-love, a lot of personal development, a lot of just being okay with who I am. And that takes a lot of practice. But the first thing I had to do is I had to stop saying I'm sorry. And that's what I want to challenge you. Stop saying you're sorry for things that you don't actually mean. Stop trying to fix things by saying I'm sorry, because I'm here to tell you that little word doesn't really matter if you don't actually mean it. It doesn't really matter if it's not necessary. Instead, it becomes this fluff word that means absolutely nothing. So I need you to take that word, sorry, and I need you to put it in your back pocket, and I need you to sit on it. And I need you to stop using it as your reason for people dismissing you. So many times we say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, so that other people will forget us. Other people will say, okay, well, she said sorry, it's fine, it is what it is. Stop saying I'm sorry for being me. If you want to share something on your social media, share it. Why are you sorry for sharing something that you love? Why are you sorry for celebrating who you are? What you do when you say I'm sorry, instead of actually bringing meaning to someone else, what you're doing is quieting who you are. What you're doing is hiding behind this face that isn't actually yours. What you're doing is putting the person you are meant to be, shoving her to the side, and creating this fake persona. And it gets you overwhelmed and anxious, and it makes you feel like you're not enough. You're saying you're sorry because you don't feel like you're enough, but guess what? Continuing to say sorry just reinforces that feeling. It just makes you get lost in those thoughts of, oh my gosh, it's all my fault. Oh my gosh, I'm the reason. Oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, I don't matter. Stop being a bully to yourself. And honestly, when you do that to other people, it makes them feel bad too. That was the biggest wake-up call for me in my relationship. If something would happen, I would say, oh, I'm sorry for blah, 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 but... And then I would use that as spite. I would use that sorry word as spite, as fighting words. And instead of actually meaning it or actually wanting to change anything from it, I was taking it as an attack towards my husband. And I bring up all these situations and all these examples because we can use sorry in so many different levels, but it should only mean one thing. It should only mean taking responsibility for your downfalls or for your mistakes. When you say I'm sorry for something that you're not actually sorry for, something that you shouldn't be sorry for, you're changing that word into something that it shouldn't be. You're making it taboo. You're taking the feeling and emotions out of it, and instead you're creating this icky feeling with it. So I need you to stop being sorry. I need you to start celebrating who you are. Next time you want to go say sorry, next time you want to say I'm sorry to someone, I need you to think, okay, is there an actual reason I'm sorry? Should I actually be sorry? Because a lot of the times you're going to catch yourself and you're going to be like, no, I have no reason to be sorry. And maybe it's because you're feeling like I'm not enough. I have to post this on my social media for this challenge. I'm just going to apologize to all my followers that they even have to see my face. Friend, if they're following you, they want to follow you. If they're following you, then they're okay with seeing your face. There's no reason to be sorry. If you love hanging out outside, if you love shopping at Target, if you love going antiquing, if you love, staying in ritzy hotels, whatever it may be, stop being sorry for that. There's no reason to be sorry for loving who you are, loving the things that you love, and there's no reason to be sorry for no reason at all. And I know that sounds like so ass backwards, but it's so true. So many times I would get caught up in being sorry for no reason. Because sorry is easily to be dismissed. Like, oh, she said sorry, then it's okay. She said sorry, it's okay. It's not okay, friend. It's not okay to tell yourself you're not enough. It's not okay to not love who you are. It's not okay to take responsibility for things that aren't yours. It's not okay to use this word as bait or as something mean or gross. It's not okay to constantly be that negative little point of, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's not okay to hide. It's not okay to push people away. I need you to stop being sorry, and I need you to start celebrating who you are. Instead of saying sorry, I need you to be like, hey, this is me. This is who I am. I need you to start in those moments when you want to be like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I need you to think, why? Why do I feel like I need to say sorry? What about me is making me feel like I have to make up for the person that I am? Because that right there, when you can start recognizing why you do the things you do, that's when these things are going to start changing for you. Because so many times we'll do these things, but we won't actually get down to the root of the problem. So let's say we want to work out, just because that's my business, we want to work out, we want to lose weight, but why? Why do you want that? And the same thing goes for I'm sorry. You want to say sorry, but why? Why do you want to say sorry? I need you to uncover that, and I need you to dig deep, and I need you to figure out the real reason, because more times than not, it's not going to be because you actually need to say sorry. It's going to be because you're trying to dismiss yourself, or you're trying to be small, or you're trying to tell somebody you're sorry for being yourself. You shouldn't be sorry for being you. You are something worth living for. You're something worth celebrating. You're something worth seeing. Stop trying to hide yourself. Stop trying to tell yourself that you don't matter, because you do. And I know this is kind of like, I feel like it's a little bit on repeat, but there's so much power behind understanding why you're saying these things, why you feel these things, why you feel that way, why you look at yourself in the mirror that way. There's so much, and instead of actually digging into the problem, we just want to brush it away. We want to say I'm sorry to ourselves. We want to pretend we're not here. But the reality of it is we are this person. Deep down, no matter how many times you try to cover it up, no matter how many times you put makeup on over it, no matter how many times you say, I'm sorry for this heart right here, I'm sorry for these feelings, I'm sorry for these emotions, it doesn't hide who you are, and it doesn't hide how you feel deep down. If you want to fix those things, it comes with work on the inside. It comes digging in deep to really figuring out who you are, what you're meant to be, why you feel those ways about yourself. Because saying sorry won't fix the problem. Dismissing yourself won't fix the problem. Hiding yourself from who God has created you to be will not fix the problem. You telling yourself that you don't matter will not fix the problem, friend. You do matter. You are important, and God made you this way for a reason. And if you feel like you're not enough, sister, lean in. Come on. I got my girls. We got our tribe, and we can help you through this. But you have to stop hiding. And you have to stop telling yourself to be small. And you have to stop telling yourself that being loud and being crazy and being wild and dreaming or being adventurous or whatever your thing is, you have to quit telling yourself that that's too much. And you have to start saying, like, this is who I am. I'm not going to be sorry for being me. I'm not going to be sorry for this life that I have. I'm not going to be sorry for the person I am. Granted, if you're a total douche flu and you hurt somebody's feelings or you push somebody over and didn't mean to, like, say sorry in those situations. But if you're going to say sorry, you got to say it for the right reasons. You got to actually mean it. And you got to say it not to hide yourself, but instead because it's well-deserved. It comes back to any relationship, whether it's with your husband, your boyfriend, your best friend, or yourself. The only way that you're going to get through there, the only way that you're going to be successful in that relationship, no matter what it is through communication. Stop saying I'm sorry. Stop making yourself small and instead talk about it. Figure it out. Why do you feel that way? What's the actual truth and not just the story that you keep telling yourself? Why are you in these emotions? Why do you feel the need to say I'm sorry? Why do you feel the need to hide? Why do you feel the need to be okay? And I'm going to go back to relationships again because so many times I would, in an argument, say, I'm sorry, to shut it all up, to make it go away. And I would take responsibility for the issue at hand just to have someone to blame. When there's nobody to blame, there's no fault. It's just life. You are a person. It is what it is. You don't have to say sorry for living. You don't have to say sorry for being. If there's an actual problem, you have to talk it out. No matter if it's with your husband or your boyfriend or your best friend or yourself. Don't be sorry for feeling. Don't be sorry for being. The only way to get through that is to figure out why you feel that way and what you're going to do to overcome that. And it's so hard when you get deep down because feelings, emotions, reactions, they're all personal. And the way that I react and feel may not be the same as yours. And so many times people, instead of understanding that each person is different, they're like, well, I'm not like her, so I just need to be sorry that I'm not like her. I don't need you to be sorry that you're not like her. I need you to quit hiding. And I need you to be okay with the fact that you're like you. Because that's your superpower, friend. Like, you are you. There's nobody else like you out here anywhere. And we need you as the person you are because of who God created you to be. So, stop saying I'm sorry to hide. Stop saying I'm sorry to fix the things. It doesn't fix anything. Instead, it's making you feel like you're not enough. Dig down, dig deep, and figure out why. Why do you feel like you need to say sorry? Why do you want to say sorry? Is there an actual reason for you to say sorry? And if that answer is no, let's dig down deep and figure out what we're trying to hide. That's what I have for you today. Happy Monday. Attack this week. Stop being sorry for your goals and your dreams and who you want to be and start embracing that. Start chasing that and start freaking loving yourself because you, my friend, you can change the world.